Saurashri, and today I decided to do a sketchbook story time. Yes, that's a thing among the artist community on YouTube, and I absolutely love watching the sketchbook story times. It really makes me in a zone of I can relax, I can paint while watching it, or I can simply listen to it. So today I'll be painting this rose that one of my Instagram friends very kindly sent me, and I'll be sharing you a story. So it is about a trek that me and my friend went on last year, and every single moment in this trek was an adventure. Why? Because me and my friend, we both were so nice. For our first ever trek in our whole friggin' life, we decided to go for a 5,400 feet high trek. Can you imagine that? And with absolutely no idea about the area, about the mountain whatsoever. So while my friend was planning about this whole trek, I was like, okay, whatever, we can go on this trek. Treks are not that tough, right? We have always heard that it is pretty adventurous and it is thrill, but I have always thought that okay, I can do it because I have had gone on treks in the past. But the truth is that I haven't been on any proper trek. It was just like small mountains we are climbing, coming down, having fun, eating food. None of them were a legit trek. While she was planning it, I did not do any research about it. She probably just saw how we can reach there, and that was it. Okay, so on the day of the trek, we woke up pretty early. We went to the station. We knew that we had to change 3 freaking trains to reach the starting point. Okay, we did all of that. We reached the point and we were pretty scared, and we thought that, oh, do we need to go back then? We were discussing about it, and then we found out that there was a shop nearby. So we went on to the shop and we asked the shop owner that, is it impossible for us to go and then come back by evening? The shop owner was really kind, and he said that no, it was not that of a big deal, and go now and we can come back on time. So that was a confidence boost, and so we told our public vehicle to just leave, and we started. Yeah, by that time even I was started getting second thoughts that if we have done the right thing. Now we are walking across the village. We reached the foot of the hill, and now we are about to start. There are absolutely no one around. We are 2 girls alone in a village far away from our house, and we are starting the trek. All right, we thought that okay, fine, let's just go for it. And we started walking. There were small mountains like there are usually on the trek that we need to cross. So we crossed pretty 4 or 5 mountains. We were all pumped up. We were like, yeah, let's do this. But so why does this happen? Does it happen with you, all the girls around there, that when you are somewhere and in the middle of nowhere some creepsters arrive and they start following you, and for no reason? So yeah, they started following us. It scared us, and we were in some other kind of fear now. So okay, I just told my friend that let's just keep walking and we'll figure it out. Okay, so after that we crossed like 5th or 6th flag by that time. So there are flags that you need to cross in a particular kind of a trek. So these flags were basically the points where you can rest, and there are small places you can sit and buy some water or food or something like that. We reached a flag, and the person who was there on the shopkeeper basically, he said that, what are you even doing? You can't go there because you will not be able to come back. Don't go. And we were at this point like, if you can't motivate us, please don't demotivate us. We are halfway through and we can do this. But it was really difficult for us to keep up the spirit and to go on and on even after everyone is saying that you can't do it. But I won't lie here, because there were a few people who said that what, you can do it, it's not that difficult. By this time it was already 5 p.m. and a person said, it's only halfway through, have to climb another half of it. And we were lost. It scared the shit out of us. But more than me, my friend was scared, and she was like, what, we will not be able to come back. We can't stay there up on the mountain. It would be dark. We don't know anyone. So yeah, it was pretty scary. By this time, we were in the middle of the trek, and from now, it was not the small, tiny mountains that we had to climb. Those were like the rusty, dangerous stairs, like vertical stairs. Just they were not even stairs actually, they were just rusty slabs of iron that were arranged in a manner that it looked like a stair or something. It basically was a ladder, and we had to cross like 3 to 4 ladders of that kind. It was rusty and it was hanging, and at this point my friend started crying. So she was like, let's go back. I told her that even if we go back, it has been 3 to 4 hours that we are climbing, so it would take another 3 hours for us to go down, so better to climb up and then we come down. It was better. I was trying to motivate her hard, but she was on the verge of crying and she could not stop crying. I was trying to climb up the stairs, and then a few men started following us. So she was like, let's go back. I told her that even if we go back, it has been 3 to 4 hours that we are climbing, so it would take another 3 hours for us to go down, so better to climb up and then we come down. It was better. I was trying to motivate her hard, but she was on the verge of crying and she could not stop crying. I was trying to climb up the stairs, and then we decided that okay, fine, we'll go to another flag, and if from there also we get such kind of response, we will come down and we will not to go up. So we started climbing, and from there we found out that there would be monkeys. Okay, hi friend. Let's make friends with the monkeys as well. It was so thrilling and so nerve-wracking for us that the monkeys on the mountain, what they do is they snatch your food, they snatch your mobile, and people have been warning us that the monkeys are pretty notorious, and they will snatch everything and anything that you're carrying. If you're carrying any food materials, they'll snatch it. And I was carrying some food materials. I was carrying chips, I was carrying some cake, I was carrying bananas, and all the stuff that you can feed a monkey, man. So basically we were scared, and to be honest, I was scared more than climbing up on the trek. I was scared about the monkeys, and I was like, oh my god, till now I have kept my spirit so high, like we can do this, and now how am I going to pass those monkeys? So the best way we found out was that we just pack all our food materials inside our bags, even the phone and all of the things that we were carrying, and then we just hugged the bag to our chest, and then we started walking. So there were monkeys and we were shit scared, but we walked past it, and surprisingly the monkey didn't do anything. So I was like, what was the hype about? And we crossed the monkeys, and now our biggest goal was to reach the peak before it gets dark, so that at least we can catch the sunset, because that was the main motive of ours, to catch the sunset. Okay, so we were thinking about the sunset, and we could see the top flag now. The creepsters, mind you, were still behind us. At this point we were caring less, we were caring the least about the creepsters, and we were like, let's just reach the peak. Go, let's go as fast as we can. We were even running at some point, and we were like, you know what, we have to catch that bus. And we ran pretty fast, and we crossed the village, and we reached the shop, but the time was 6:10 p.m. and there was darkness all around, and the shopkeeper, he informed us that the last bus that we could have boarded has gone.